So it's probably easier to start by describing what coaching is not. Coaching is not therapy, right? Coaching is not telling someone what to do. Oftentimes when we think of the word coach, we think of an athletic coach, a performance coach who's looking at specific performance goals, such as running a 100-meter dash quicker. If that's the goal, here are the things that you need to do. Go do those. Personal development coaching and creative coaching is different than that. It involves holding a space for a client to enter and to bring whatever their desired outcome is, which sounds a lot like a goal. And so in that sense, there is a similarity. But what's different is that oftentimes what the client thinks is the goal is not the real goal. Part of the coach's job is to ask the right questions, to listen carefully with presence to exactly what the circumstances are, what the situation is, what the person is expressing non-verbally as well as verbally, and to help that client craft a new relationship to their own desired outcomes. My personal opinion is everyone can benefit from coaching. In the same way that I was clear that coaching is not therapy, coaching can be therapeutic, because the process of connecting deeply to one's self, to one's sense of purpose, to one's sense of meaning, to maybe a deepened somatic awareness. Soma means body in Greek. So I think anyone can be assisted by that. It's not helpful for people who want answers given to them. That's not the job of a coach. So if a person is willing to do some deep work, and by deep work, I mean to sit with some difficult questions, to be honest, to be vulnerable, and to be available to themselves, not just in the scope of the 1 hour or so coaching session, but over multiple sessions and in between sessions. That's really where the coaching relationship shines, is that accountability piece. Hey, these are the things that you said you wanted to do. Here's the actionable steps that we identified that you committed to take. We'll take that, we'll learn from it, and we'll move forward, and we'll create a more specific, balanced, designed approach for that person. But if that person's not willing to do that work, if that person wants something kind of gift wrapped and handed to them, then that might not be the best relationship. I offer a modality steeped in presence and mindfulness. And as I mentioned before, this somatic piece. I invite clients to connect to themselves in some fundamental way. Part of that process involves identifying exactly what the right alchemy is of ingredients for that client. Let's say this client may be wrestling with some anxiety around taking big steps or leadership or really committing to something. We might look at some somatic practices that would lend a similar skill set. So they might take up rock climbing, for instance, and learn what it's like to step a little bit outside of their comfort zone and to still be okay, to maybe have a failure, but that's not catastrophic, that we learn from that. Oh, this is what I need to do differently the next time I go into that situation. They're here to share their growth, their desire for learning, their desire for change, their admission of culpability, their responsibility in why they are in the situation they are, about building confidence, right? About building a robust set of practices that pushes them out of the comfort zone and into real change. But the more our bodies are available to us in a variety of ways, the better, the easier it is for us to show up and actually contribute to this body-mind relationship. A big part of what we do is finding a connective practice for clients. And oftentimes we're so deeply immersed in what it is that we're doing that we can't see the forest for the trees. That's what a good coach does, is helps to pick up the client and give them a bird's eye view, and then also a macro view, and then also several different points of view, sometimes simultaneously. And there's a little bit of alchemy involved in that, which is hard to explain. But when you find a good coach who really listens, who really understands what it is that you're talking about, that's magic, right? I mean, I get emotional just talking about it. It's a fabulous thing to be heard, to be seen, to be understood, and to know that someone with all of their heart is on your side, ready to help you achieve what it is that you want to achieve. That's priceless.